Hello, hello.
Hi, everyone.
No.
Hi, Olga.
Hey.
Hi, Olga,
Hi.
Destiny, Lisa, Anna. Got a good crew.
Yes. Oh, your curls are amazing,
I was
Destiny.
just about to say the same thing.
Thank you. I'm about to grab my headphones. Sorry.
All right, we'll give a couple more minutes for people to get in and then we'll get started. All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and get started. And anyone comes in, we'll just let them in. But until then, hello and welcome, everyone. We're so excited to join again for our community time and our Inspire and Build conversations. My name is Dr. April B. I'm the coordinator for Inspire and Build at the DivaDance HQ level. And we're really excited to share opportunities to help people level up, not just inside in the dance classes, but also outside the dance studio. And so we focus on how to strengthen and edify you through all the different ways. And so we're so excited for our topic today because this is the end of Mental Health Awareness Month. So let me give you a little background on what that is. Mental Health Awareness Month, it aims to raise awareness about mental health issues and how it impacts our lives. It seeks to reduce stigma around mental health in our communities, and it promotes understanding and support for those who are impacted by it. And so, what it allows us to do is explore conversations, to think about resources and prioritizing our mental health, and starting to find out ways that we can seek out help. And so, I'll give you some statistics about what mental health looks like, especially for our adults, and especially around the topic that we're talking about today. So, first, 1 in 5 or 20% of adults may experience mental health each year. I think that's a pretty significant number. That means somebody on this call, not even somebody, at least two people on this call have experienced mental health at some capacity. Anxiety disorders is one that really sticks out. They affect a significant amount of adults with a lifetime prevalence estimating from around 31.6%. So, again, that's a little even higher number. Um, about 10% of the American population are diagnosed with a depression disorder. And so here's some things that's going to lead into our conversation today. So statistics show that healthy lifestyle habits are strongly associated with better mental health outcomes. And the thing that we really love to focus on is maintaining strong social connections and relationships actually help enhance our mental health. So that leads us to our first community question to think about. What if dancing or a dance community positively lifted your mental health in a way that saved your life? How crazy is that? Well, the good news is we have one, and we have a couple of testimonies from some of our guests here today. And so we're going to share those with you.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Ariana from DivaDance Arlington, and I'm so excited to be a part of this community. Throughout this video, you're going to see some new experiences that I've gotten to try. For instance, this palms class, this floor works class, I've taken a heels class, and I've even taken a chairs class. I joined DivaDance with the intent of regaining my passion for dance and growing my confidence. What I found was a whole vibe, a space where we laughed, slayed, and turned every mess up into a solo. When joining Diva Dance, there's absolutely no experience needed. Just bring yourself and get ready to have fun. And when in doubt, twerk it out. The best part of this whole experience is that I've made amazing friends who support me in and out of the studio. It's way more than dance, it's a sisterhood. So if you're ready for a whole new experience and ready to learn some new moves to use while you're out and feel like that girl, come dance with us. Your first dance class will most likely be your best decision ever. Oh, and don't let me forget, we do video shoots too. Check this out.
All right. And then we have our second testimony from another one of our guests today, Miss Amy.
Hi, I'm Amy. I've been with DivaDance for about 2 months. And when I first started, I wouldn't even look at myself in that mirror. I couldn't touch the floor. I was pretty self conscious. But now, just this short amount of time in, I can't tell you the confidence that I've gained. This is my place now. It gives me a schedule. It gets me out of the house since I work from home. It is my fun in every day. And I can't imagine what I would do without it and how I went so long without it. I really want you to be there too and to feel what I feel what we feel as a group. Just come on.
Yay! I love these. Yes, so brave, so beautiful. And so I want to go ahead and introduce our podcast guests for today. So we have Amy Bryant, we have Pamela Warren, Ariana Wimberly, and Latasha Glenn. Let's just give it up for our girls today, our divas. Yes. So excited to have y'all here today. And we're going to get more into some conversation too. But first, I want to make sure I take a moment to pause and talk about the reason that we also have this platform. And so I want to give a shout out to our HERS partnership. So I want to talk about our sponsor, HERS. Mental health isn't a one size fits all situation, and medication is not a dirty word. Sometimes that's actually exactly what helps. So hers connects you with licensed providers who personalize a treatment plan that works for you, from anxiety and burnout to things like I can't get out of the bed fatigue. No insurance, no waiting rooms, no fluff, just real support and FDA approved treatment 100% online. How convenient, right? So if you're ready to take one small but powerful step, then join us at divadanceinspireandbuild.com and follow the link for a free mental health assessment. It could be the beginning of you feeling more like you again. So thank you again to hers for making this possible for us. All right. So just thinking about this video and kind of reflecting on what came up, I really love what stood out because we often think about mental health as going to therapy, going to a psychologist, and things like that, but not everyone may have access to that. And so, if someone is looking for a place to feel more confident, a place to not feel alone anymore, a place to try something new and actually achieve at something new, all of these things are great for your mental health. And that's what our dance community brings. And this is why a dance community is so important in enhancing our mental health. And so I want to now turn to our guests, but I also want you as audience members to feel like you can also participate. I am looking at the chat. So if you want to drop your answers too, we'll make everybody feel engaged. But I want to go ahead and start off asking our guests a question. So I'm going to ask you all the same question, and you can just go in round table version. Please say your name first so everyone knows how amazing and cool you are. But we're going to kick it off with this question. Share what led you to DivaDance and what was that one moment that you knew it would change you for the better? So anybody can go first. You go ahead and pick.
I can go. Oh, please, Destiny, please go for it. After you, my lady.
Okay. So I did a Google search. I was looking for adult dance classes. The reason I was looking for dance classes, I've danced through high school and college, and it was just something that helped me a lot, and like saved me multiple times in the past with multiple things. But at the time, I was struggling a lot with grief, actually. Um, my father had suddenly passed away in June of 2022, and I was basically a shell of myself. And my husband knew that dance was something that helped me a lot with my mental health in the past. And so he encouraged me, like, just look for dance classes, look for something that will help you, like mentally. And he knew that dance was a big thing for me. So I finally like looked something up. I had taken dance classes around Arizona in the past and had like bad experiences where like it seemed too competitive, and um, I felt like I was being judged. And so I didn't want to go to those same classes, even though I knew where to go for those. So I looked up an alternative and I found DivaDance. And I took my first class in November of 2023, and they were doing a like Friendsgiving special. And so I took my first free class, and just the community that I saw in that class, like made me go, wow, like this is a thing. Like this is something that I can see myself doing on a regular basis, and I feel like this would really help me. Um, so yeah, I started as a member in November of 2023, and then I was like, well, I miss dance. I want to start teaching. So I auditioned and became an instructor in March of 2024. And then in January 2025, I was promoted to assistant manager for my franchise in Phoenix, Arizona. So, yeah, DivaDance really, really did save my life, because with everything I was going through, just being a shell of myself, like I found myself again, and I was able to, you know, get that ground level. And yeah, so thank you.
That
I
was
really appreciate
beautiful,
you sharing that.
Destiny.
That's so beautiful. Yes.
To follow that beautiful, beautiful story, I came to Diva Dance a little over 10 years ago. One of my girlfriends at my first job out of college said, "You'll never believe what I just found on ClassPass, partitioned by Beyonce to something called Diva Dance." And so Jamie taught my first class ever. And about 8 months beforehand, this was just after I left college, I had left rehab for bulimia. And so so I had a lot of dealing with body dysmorphia, a lot of different things. And Jamie in this class, partitioned by Beyonce, went, "Touch yourself, because if you don't, no one else will." And it changed my whole life. And I saw women moving in a way that I hadn't seen bodies move before. And so that confidence community, it changed how I walked into a room. It completely changed my body dysmorphia, and the jiggles on my belly are sexy, not anything else. And so just the mind shift of how sexy and powerful your body is incredible. And so I danced with Diva Dance for 3 years in New York. Um, I was actually DivaDance's first brand ambassador and like sat with Jamie in Starbucks is texting people like 20% off classes. I moved to San Francisco about, oh my gosh, almost 8 years ago. And I said to Jamie, do not sell San Francisco before anything happens. And I quit my job in October and am now DivaDance's San Francisco and will be the first franchise in California. So hoping big things there. So completely changed my life. And I hope to do that for many, many others.
I love that. I love a transformation story, like just how it's impacted you and impacted you as a person, and like that confidence that you build there, like took you into being a leader and taking over and helping other people find their confidence. It's transformative. That's so amazing. I love it. Thank you for sharing that. So I want to talk to our guests. I want to hear your story. How'd you start Diva Dance, and what was that moment that you're like, this is about to do something to me?
I'll go first. I'm Latasha. I'm one of the instructors here. I joined DivaDance back in October of 2023. I had lost about maybe 50, 60 pounds, and I was like, you know what? I want to start back dancing again. I think I've been dancing since I came out of my mom's womb. I was suffering with depression, and I wanted to move again because my body hasn't been able to do the things that it can do for so long. So I took the class, the opening class of the studio, and I was like, take my money. This is where I'm supposed to be. But it wasn't until, I don't know, maybe like weeks down the line when I realized that after class, I would sit outside in the parking lot and just talk. And I realized that these ladies were all going through something and we're all trying to get better. And this was our therapy, our 1 hour that we carved out every day to just have that me time. But it was more than me, it was everybody. And that's when I realized, like, yeah, this is definitely life changing.
So similar stories. I dealt with a traumatic experience with the death of my father-in-law, and I didn't actually deal with it, and it happened in 2022. So from then till I joined DivaDance 2 months ago, I was just making it, like barely making it. Tried therapy, and as somebody that used to work in mental health, I already know what my problems are, that kind of thing. Like it wasn't helping because I was already analyzing myself. So it took a little pushing, but I did get diagnosed with OCD, which is mine is like catastrophic thinking. Like if everything is not perfect, then not that something bad is going to happen, but it's just, I can't be happy. I can't enjoy myself, that kind of thing. So I knew that I needed medicine for that. I can't handle that on my own. So got medicine, started feeling better. And one day I realized I was dancing at home, like just dancing to music. And I had not done that in so long. And I was like, when my husband came home, I was telling him about it. And he was even laughing at me because we were in the car and I was singing, and it's just not something I've done in a while. And so I realized the medicine was helping me to feel better. And I said, well, maybe I should look for a dance class. And I'm telling y'all, that night, the ad popped up on Facebook for DivaDance. And I was like, normally I would overthink it. Like, oh my God, what if it's too far? What? Because usually he drives me everywhere. Anyway, I didn't do any of that. I just said, I'm going. And Yanni messaged me like as soon as I hit the sign up thing, and she was persistent because I was like, I don't know. And she was like, giving me encouragement, the encouragement that I needed, that I hadn't had for a long time from women. Like that's obviously something I was missing also. So yeah, I came to my first class and I was like, this is it. This is what I was looking for. It's what I needed. And I've only missed classes if I've absolutely had to since then. So yeah.
Hey y'all, I'm Ariana. I joined DivaDance. Well, my first class was in July, and I joined DivaDance with the intent of doing it with my best friend. And well, my first class was with Nikki, and it was a blast. Like I wanted to join right then and there, but later on, my bestie had told me that she was moving to Italy, so I decided like I didn't want to do it anymore. I ended up I don't know, the algorithm of the social media kept popping up on my page. So I ended up just going on there and doing it myself because I was in my self-care, like trying to do stuff by myself, go out and everything. So I ended up joining in January. And when I found out that I really wanted to join DivaDance is when I think it was the birthday and also the birthday party for Arlington and also the DivaDance video shoot. Uh, that was when I really was like, yeah, this is it. I love this because that's when I really made like all my friends. We started going out after that. I started talking to pretty much everybody and like I started hearing their stories and now the girls that I really talk to now, we talk about everything. Anything you can imagine. Anything. And I don't know. I just feel like I'm home. Like this is my second home, sisterhood. I'm not alone. Uh it feels great.
Um, Hello, I'm Pam. So my story actually started probably about 2 years ago on social media. I was looking for something different as far as exercise. Um, Not really thinking about the mental health part of it at the time. It was more, again, more so exercise. The location was a little bit far, so I didn't sign up. But when they had not this past May, but the May before, um, I went ahead and tried it out. And my first class was a fast-paced Beyonce song. And I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do this. But um, as I've shared with Tasha, um, I don't know, I wanted to be a hip hop dancer. So I'm like, yeah, I'll come back. And so ever since then, it's the community, it's the laugh, it's the fun, I've made progress. I'm still inside my head, but I'm getting better. I'm getting better. So yeah, that's not the answer I want.
No, for
Awesome. That I love everything about you all's story. And I'm grateful that I get to witness it in real time. Because this is my home franchise of Arlington Metroplex. So I'm so grateful just to see you all bloom and be yourselves and also allow yourselves to grow in all the ways that you're growing. So thank you for sharing your perspective of that. And thank you for everyone in the audience who's also shared their experiences. We also received a couple of testimonies in from are people who registered, but most of the people who registered and shared their testimony actually shared it aloud. And so I wanted to share a couple of other ones that we have. These are, of course, are anonymous, but just from everything from recovering from relationships with someone who may feel abusive, and getting out of your shell and learning to do new things outside of your comfort zone, and being social and just finding something different, and seeing Diva Dance as a home that doesn't force this level of isolation. Also, people talking about that it's brought confidence and empowerment that was missing in their life. I heard said earlier that like you walk differently in a room in any other parts of your life, and it's true, and that you're feeling more fulfilled, more whole, and more happy with life. Things like letting loose and escaping from life. Um, Also thinking of like finding yourself again, whoever that you is, finding that version of yourself again, and then leading yourself to an amazing group of supportive people. And I don't know, I'm pretty sure that every franchise is like our franchise, but these are some of the most supportive people that you probably will ever meet. Because a lot of us are on very, very similar life journeys, even while not being the same season. You know, anyone from 20 years old to 50 years old feel like we're all in the same place, because even when we're in different places of our life, the one common place is we're finally getting away from whatever that life is for an hour. We're trying something new. We are sparking up that childhood dream or that younger version self dream. And we are doing it in a safe space where we get to explore our bodies, explore our minds, and explore challenges. Like some classes are hard. And so you're learning new dance moves that you probably never thought you would do a day in your life, but you're pushing yourself. And by the end, you're performing. You're like, wow, I did that. And so I think all of those components not only make a great life, but also make great mental health intervention, whether it's, again, trying new things and challenging yourself and succeeding at that, whether it's making new friends, finding new friends, working on that social emotional cues of creating community, the village piece of being able to have that narrative therapy to talk to others, that space of just validation of having people with like-minded experiences, and being able to kind of calm down that anxiety of like, am I doing something wrong? Is something wrong with me? But having someone that's like, no, girl, I've gone through the same things. So that's so beautiful how, again, for those who may not have access to the traditional mental health intervention, a dance community could really serve as such. And I think that's so beautiful and so meaningful. So thank you all for those who've submitted your responses, sharing how DivaDance has saved your life. Thank you for sharing that, because it inspires the rest of us, of how truly transformative that our community is. And this is why we have this space and this platform. All right, guests. So I have a few questions for you. We're just going to go back and forth on a few of these, and see your answers. Either all of you can answer them, or you can just pick and choose who wants to answer the questions. For those who are tuning in online, you can drop your answers in the chat. We'd love to hear from your answers as well. All right, so here's the first question. How has your Diva Dance community inspired your mental health and confidence? I know you talked a little bit about it, but just want to elaborate and be specific. How's it directly impacted your mental health and confidence?
I'll answer that one. Again, like I said, I was still suffer with depression, a little bit anxiety, a lot of bit of anxiety. And of course, I didn't feel it when I came to class because it was just my escape. So I did not feel it and didn't realize how bad off it was. And just the community part of it, after we dance, we go out to eat, we sit, we talk. And so finding other women that's like-minded and on different walks and different levels of life, and they become your friend. I had a complete mental breakdown. And if it wasn't for one of my Diva Dance people, I wouldn't have. I checked myself into the hospital and I wouldn't have. I probably would have just continued to suffer until I just couldn't suffer anymore. But because I had people in my community, in my village as an adult that was like, hey, are you okay? Like they love me. They don't love me because they're my family and they have to. They choose it. And these people that I surround myself with from Diva Dance are amazing and very supportive. It's family. But once I checked myself into the hospital, people from Diva Dance came to see me. And I was like, you love me. You really love me. But just that was life-changing, completely life-changing. The fact that I had people in my corner that wanted to see me do better, wanted me to be better. And it was people from Diva Dance. Like I've only known them a year or months. And they were like, this is our community. Let's do this. And so Diva Dance really did change my life. It saved my life. So it's wonderful.
Yeah, I think on that same note, we know how hard it is to make friends as adults. We have too much going on. I'm not from Texas. I'm from Arkansas. I don't have a friend group here besides my coworkers, honestly. And most of them live 45 minutes away. So I didn't have girls to go and do things with. And I found myself struggling with waiting until somebody had the time or was ready, and then I would just miss out. Or by the time it came around, I didn't want to do it anymore. It was just a frustrating thing. And now I have people that we're doing things with, there are people around me. And we talk about the diva dates and things. There are so many things that I used to want to do and I couldn't do because I didn't have anybody to go with. I mean, my husband's great. He'll go with me, but it's not the same. We all need other females. We really do. And I did not have that until now.
Yeah.
That makes me so happy. I love hearing these answers. Anyone else want to answer? You want to wait till the next question?
Go
ahead.
I was gonna say on the aspects of making friends as well. I'm one of the youngest ones in the group, so I'm only 23, but they make me feel like home. I'm able to go out with them, and they still like make me feel like I'm around my age, but still have fun and have a good time. So I don't know. It's hard for me to make friends as well, only because like I'm not like other people that's around my age. Like I don't want to go out and do half the stuff that they want to do. So I don't know. I just feel like this is a better community for me, and it keeps me out of a lot of trouble. So
Yeah, Ari keeps us young for sure. So as you saw in her video, that she keeps us young. So I'm glad that you feel blended in well with us. All right, let's go to the next question. What is your advice for those who may be nervous about joining a dance community like DivaDance for friendships and mental health?
do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Period.
Don't be, there's different levels. Give yourself grace. We are our worst critics.
Yeah.
And just give yourself grace and just try it out. And when in doubt,
Twerk
it out.
I love it. I love that. Okay. Are you gonna say something, Ari?
I was about to say what I know about this diva dance is that if you walk through that door, at least 10 people are gonna stop you and greet you and make sure that you feel like you're at home. So
yeah. This is like the place I have felt the least judgment of any place I've ever been. Like
yes.
Even walking in the very first time, I was self-conscious, but I didn't feel like anybody was like, oh, what is she wearing? I did not feel that way. And most places I walk into, I worry about those things, and I didn't worry about that. And I don't have to worry about that here. Everybody's very encouraging and helpful. And, especially if you know that you're missing community in your life, just try it. I mean, it's not going to hurt you to try.
I love that. And I love that you have that safety and that feeling, because that is so easy of like, whew, I don't have to think about someone looking at me and be like, she thinks she's all that, but having that space to be yourself. Destiny, I see that you said in the chat, the hardest part is taking the first step, but once you're in the studio, you're going to feel like home. I think that's great advice, because oftentimes, we can say this all we want to, but people are like, but like, I'm going to be different, like they're not going to like me, or like, when we walk in there, all those feelings come up. So reminding us that first step is really hard. And like Miss Pamela said, show yourself some grace, like wherever you are in this journey, let yourself be there. I want to see if anyone else from the audience has any thoughts or ideas towards this question. It's okay if you don't. We got a few more if we want to keep going. Okay, we're going to keep going. All right. Let's see. I feel like you all answered this next one. So, what do you think is unique about our dance community that you haven't experienced anywhere else?
Everybody's different. All in it. We're different. We're same. I think
yeah. Can I go? I want to go.
Go.
Okay, I feel that it's them hyping up each other in a way that really feels genuine, and because there's community moments throughout the whole class, starting with the community question and then high five the person next to you, all that stuff, and that is great, but I feel like the true magic, or the most meaningful magic, I'll say, is performing in front of each other and not feeling judged or anything in any kind of way, just hyped. Whether you forget the steps or whether you're not moving, however, just pure hype from everybody. So yeah, I feel that part is like very unique in my experience.
I so agree. So agree. Heavy on the wrong steps. You know, like if you're just doing your own thing and like literally there's somebody in our community named Angel. And she's like, girl, I love how you made up your own dance. So it's literally that, you know, of like, you know, no matter where you are, I'm going to hype you up. I'm going to celebrate you because it's you. You know, it's not about you being perfect. It's not about you doing it right. It's about you being you. And we need spaces like that. That's so therapeutic. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing, Olga.
I'm gonna shout out Dejanay for the quote. Instead of dancing like nobody's watching, dance like everybody's watching. I love that quote.
That's so confident. That's like a really confident quote because it's like, it's a show. And if y'all know her, she puts on a show. So it fits. It's so perfect. Yes. Okay. Any last like thoughts or comments from our guests? Y'all have shared so many amazing things. Any last things that you just want to share about how Diva Dance has really impacted you and all it's done?
I was going to say one of the biggest things I didn't realize when I started working from home, even though my coworkers were like, you love people too much, you're going to hate it. It really impacted me because I didn't realize how much energy I get from other people. So I work from home, but there's sometimes I just don't have the energy in the beginning of the day. I really don't. And making DivaDance part of my schedule, it gives me, like, I already know I'm going to be around at least 5 people, you know, at some point in the day. I'm going to be able to talk about things that are not work related, you know. I get that interaction and I, because I plan it out and I sign up for class, I know what I'm doing. So that kind of quiets the OCD part of it for me. So I know what we're dancing to. Most of the time I've already picked up my outfits. I know what I'm wearing. But I don't always know who I'm going to see, but I know that I'm going to see friendly faces. And so that was a big thing for me to get DivaDance in my routine to help me have a routine because I really didn't. I wasn't getting up and brushing my hair in the morning. I was, at work, we don't have to be on the camera. So I was like, y'all don't want to see me anyway because I haven't brushed my hair. But now, I have a reason to look cute and, come have fun. So.
For me, with DivaDance, the women or even men that are watching and kind of on the fence about, do I want to do this? Do I not? It's perfect because, like I said, when you come in, you see people in all different walks of life, all different sizes, shapes, color. It's just a smodge podge of everything. And then you have the babies that keep us old heads young until we get home and realize, yeah, that wasn't it. Sorry. I, again, suffer with depression, suffer with anxiety. And some days my depression gets the best of me. And you guys probably would never even know because when I'm here and I see these faces come through the door and we get to yapping and just dancing, I feel nothing. It's just the weight of the world is gone because as parents, as wives, sisters, aunts, we tend to lose ourselves completely. And DivaDance was really the first step for me finding out who Latasha is, because other than being a mother, being a wife, being a daughter, being a nurse, I didn't know who I was. And just a simple 1-hour class changed me completely. Did not come in it for mental health at all. Came in it just because, hey, I got a new body. I'm gonna move it. And every day, I speak with somebody from DivaDance. April, every time I talk to her, I don't care if we, girl, what you eating today? It could be something so simple, but the moment I hang up the phone with her, I'm like, I can take on the world. I'm ready. And so it really does change your life. And people feed off of that. When Olga was saying the hyping up, I see people that just don't feel like they have it, but when we get in their face and just go, they're like, I can do this. I got this. And so it's wonderful. It is absolutely more than just shaking our butts. It is real deal community and real deal self-health maintenance, all of that.
Yes. Thank y'all for sharing that. I mean, that's so powerful. That's so meaningful. Um, what Latasha didn't share is the reason that she has this shirt on is because she said this is the size that she used to be pre this life. So she's like, I want to wear this in honor of, there she goes. Look at it.
So this is the size I used to be. And did not have all the confidence in the world. I may have acted like I did, but I didn't. But dancing again and help to lose the rest of this weight. It's a life changer.
Yes, 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 yes. So I'm just grateful. I'm grateful that we all share this time. You know, I also have a Diva Dance Saved My Life story. Diva Dance came in at a time where I was in a deep depression. I just got laid off of my job. I've actually been waiting to dance for a long time because I used to dance all the time in grad school. And they didn't have anything down here that was in my budget of dancing opportunities. And so I remember going to my first class and being like, okay, you know, same feeling as everyone else of like, they're going to judge me. They're going to be like, she can't dance, you know, all these other things. And to feel like I had a safe space to explore myself, explore my body, especially because I have a lot of body shame, lots and lots and lots of body shame, but also explore friendship. And even as a person like becoming a wife soon, there are people for sure in this franchise that I would not be the woman that I am, and I would not be able to successfully become a wife without them. And so to know that I can come to them with the deepest, most treasured things in my life, that they show up and support all the things that I do, all the things that my family does, that means a lot to me. And those are things that I was looking for a long time, not just in friendships, but in village, in community. Um, and to know that like I also get to have fun, I also get to get exercise, but I also have lifetime friends. Even sometimes competitively as close as a sorority I'm in, if not more, that this is truly a sisterhood. And I just have to shout out Nikki Joyner because she's on the call because it starts from the top and goes down. And so I just inspire to every leader on this call, whether you're a franchise owner, whether you're a manager, whether you're a CE, whether you're in the leadership team, even instructors, you get to facilitate. You have this beautiful opportunity that you're on this call, you're learning about mental health, and you're learning about the impact of what our classes are. And so I hope that you take this and take the testimonies of the people today and anyone who's listening. I hope that you take these testimonies and understand how to apply that in our classes and in our diva dates and in our events because this is real work. You know, people think they're signing up for a dance class, but you're signing up for a lifetime transformation. That's a great buy-in for someone who's spending money towards a membership, that you're getting so much more than dance classes. So I truly hope that you all are able to instill this in all the spaces and all the conversations and all the interactions that you have with everyone. But I got to give that shout out to Nikki because she's done that for us all. She's instilled all of that in all of us through the leadership team and down. And so we're really grateful for that. And so I want to end up with something fun for our guests. We're going to do some rapid fire questions. Okay. So we're going to go one by one. And I just want you to answer like short, quick, nothing laborious, just quick answers. Okay. So Ari, you're going first. One word that describes your diva dance experience.
Put me on the spot. Different.
Different. Okay. You know, I can do one word for each of you. Latasha, what's your word?
Exciting.
Okay. Miss Pamela.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
What is one word to describe your experience with diva dance?
Exciting.
Amy.
Exhilarating.
Ooh, yes.
Okay, words. Okay. Okay, next question. What's your favorite song you've danced to so far?
Motown Philly.
That was fun.
That was
Really
fun.
I'm so mad I missed that.
I'm gonna say Fly Girl because I ain't never heard that song before, but she killed that routine.
Yeah. I don't know. There's been so many, but I know it's supposed to be one word, but my first class was Independent by Webby, and I was like, they're playing Webby. I gotta go. And so I came to the class, and I was like, so that's the one that sticks in my mind because that was the one that made me sign up. So yeah.
We love to hear that. We all love Webby. Anyone in the audience, do you have an answer? What's your favorite song you've danced to so far?
Diva by Beyonce.
I taught a class. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Destiny.
I taught a class to Trey Songz, Neighbors Know My Name. And it was one of those where like you have to touch yourself. And being the instructor for that class and seeing people that are typically on the shyer side, like wearing their heels, doing the floor work, touching themselves was amazing. And I loved how like everybody in the class walked in feeling one way and left feeling like a badass bitch. And it was amazing. So I love that one.
I love that. All right. Next rapid fire question for our podcast guests. Name a diva bestie. Just shout them out.
Tasha.
I can't name just one. Taylor, Jasmine, Visionary, Francesca, and Virginia. My diva besties are April and Miranda.
I mean, I try to talk to everybody, and I I feel like everybody plays their own part with me, so I can't really. Everybody has played a part with me, so I can't really just call out one or two.
Amy's literally everyone's diva bestie, and I definitely know it. Yes, put it in the chat if you have a diva bestie. Put them in there. Yes.
So April, can I say one thing?
Absolutely.
So something I didn't share is, and I keep giving shout out to Tasha. I had a minor medical situation in class, and she helped to take care of me. And so since then, her and I have had several conversations surrounding, I'm a diabetic, surrounding that. And I do as well suffer with depression as well. So to the testament of the community, it's there. I struggle to accept it just because of some of the things that I'm dealing with. So my circle is still small, but
Oh, shucks.
She probably knows more about my story than any of the other instructors and some of the other.
I love that. Tasha's a nurturer for sure.
Yes.
She takes care of everybody, like body, spirit, and soul.
The mama, the auntie,
Literally, the daughter, who had the sister, the crazy cousin, like all of them. She's all the
all
above.
of it. And that's the beauty of DivaDance. Like, life is lifing for everybody. And we come here and it's like, oh, you're going through the same thing I'm going through. Oh, I'm not by myself. Right. Let's cry together.
Yeah.
Let's get this and, maneuver through this thing called life because it's hard. It's hard.
Absolutely. And I just want to shout Miss Pamela out too, because Miss Pamela couldn't take a compliment from me for the longest time. Because for one, Miss Pamela was losing the pounds. Okay. She was dancing the pounds away. And we were proud of her. And I said, oh, Miss Pamela look good. She's like, oh, but this, oh, but, and I was like, I said you look good. And so now taking it in, and it takes her a little second, but she says, thank you. So I love seeing that again. Like, this is what we're here to do. I know we're beating the horse, but we're actually just telling the story of this is exactly what DivaDance is meant for. Any questions from the audience? Any last thoughts from the audience? Because y'all are amazing too.
I do want to say something real quick while we get those questions. I want to say, Miss Pamela again, how as an instructor, when we come up for these dances, we try to make it for everybody. And on a mental point, I don't know if you remember this. We were doing a cheer routine, and she was like, "I can't bend down like that," and we was like, "Are you sure?" And she did it, and she was like, "Oh, I could do it." So, do you remember that?
I do not.
Yes.
You did it, girl.
You did it. And she's like, "Oh," and I just see the excitement from her. Like,
Yeah.
for me, it was a boost for me.
Yeah.
So, like, it's the small things like that,
Yes.
like mentally,
Yes.
that's like, a little
Yes.
off because she thought she couldn't do it. And baby, she did it and killed it.
And I remember the chairs and the biking because I had to lift myself up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, that was rough. Tasha's classes send you to a new level. For sure.
I also want to say I couldn't agree more with that. I didn't know that I could do a split in my life before DivaDance. I just never even tried. I just didn't even think I could. And the fact that it's like, no, you can. Just try is so incredible. And so I love that feeling and that vibe that DivaDance creates.
And think of how many things we unfortunately don't try in life for one reason or another. And a lot of it's because we just don't feel safe. Like here, somebody's still gonna clap you on. Like we're literally saying when in doubt, twerk it out, because what it really is saying is like, girl, even if you're super dead wrong, like we're gonna still gas you up. Versus in the real world where like you can't make a mistake or somebody can be like, what are you doing? So I hope again that we take this, Nora, you're the person that said it, of like how you show up in other spaces. I hope that at work we're nicer to each other and we give people space and grace and the same kindness that we give in the dance studio. I hope in our families that we show up for each other and we give ourselves grace, space, and kindness that we do in this dance studio. But also on the flip side, I hope that we try hard things and that we can dance like no one's watching or we can dance like someone's watching. So go for that thing, fail and fail big and be like, okay, well, when in doubt, twerk it out. Like whatever twerk it out looks like in your workplace, whatever twerk it out looks like at home, wherever, like take your thing of, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing. I've never tried this before. I don't know how it's going to pop up for me, but I'm going to do it and I'm going to do it like everyone's watching. And when in doubt, twerk it out. Like it is what it was, because then you end up doing really incredible things that you didn't even know could exist. And just imagine how on freaking fire we'd be if we did that. I love this. I love this conversation so, so much. I really hope that everyone enjoyed it. Everyone got a lot out of it. I hope everyone feels reignited and re-empowered. And I hope everyone goes to their next class and just kills it because of that. Because I think this is what we need, and this is what DivaDance brings to us all the time. So thank you all again for this mental health conversation. Thank you to our guest for sharing your story. Shout out again to Arlington Metroplex and for the community we have, and for all of us for just being here. Thank you all in the audience for sharing your stories, and for sharing your experiences, but also manifesting your stories into something greater as you become instructors and franchise owners. And shout out to you being in San Francisco. My family lives there, so I'm gonna definitely be there soon. Yes, girl. I'm a Cali girl, so I'm glad that we got something in Cali, period. But thank you all again for joining us. Please look out. We're having some more webinars and podcasts coming this summer. We're talking about a whole bunch of different topics on friendships, on loving our bodies and weight management versus weight loss. We're going to bring Dr. Jess back. So we're going to keep talking about our body health. So you don't want to miss it. Please stay tuned. Please also tell your friends you really missed out on an awesome conversation. Tell them to go play that podcast back. If they're playing it back, then they hear us saying to play it back. But make sure you tell everyone to join us next time. We have some really great conversations. And so we want to make sure, again, you're not getting poured into inside the studio, but you're also getting poured to outside the studio. And if you ever have any questions or want to learn more about what we're doing with Inspire and Build, you can go to divadanceinspireandbuild.com and just learn about everything that we're doing on that platform. Or you can message me. Again, my name is Dr. April B, and I'm here for all your Inspire and Build needs. So, with that being said, all of you all take care, and we will see you at the next talk. And have a good evening. Bye.